So this is a self-care meditation and self-inquiry practice. And I'm going to flip the camera so that you can see the beautiful, beautiful beach. Okay, so we're going to start by taking a couple of slow, deep, conscious breaths. And we're going to use those breaths to bring ourselves into the moment and to bring ourselves into the body. So just taking a moment to notice how your body feels. So scan your body from the inside. Really connect to your body. Experience your body. Feel your feet. Feel your legs. Stomach. Chest and back. Noticing how your shoulders feel. If there's any tension being held in the shoulders, just seeing if it's possible to release a little more. Taking the attention down through the arms and into the hands. And then taking the attention back up to the neck, to the throat, to the face and the head. And then just being curious and playful. How much of your body can you be aware of simultaneously? If you take your attention down to your feet, how far can it travel before you lose connection with your feet? Just playing around with deep connection with the self, starting with the body. Good, and this is going to be a self-inquiry practice, which means you're going to be asking yourself questions. Because the truth is, our minds can mix us up sometimes, but really, the wisdom of what's best for you lies inside you. So take a moment to ask your body, is there anything that you want more of from me? And just see if an answer comes up. So it might be that your mind responds, and that's okay, but we're trying to get a little bit deeper. We're trying to really get the wisdom of the body to speak to you about its deep needs, its deep desires. So ask the body again, if there is anything that I could do for you, what would you want from me? What would you like more of? Do you have a need that isn't being met? And then ask your body, is there anything else that you want me to know? I'm here, I'm listening. Is there anything that you want to communicate to me? And then ask it, is there anything that you would like a little less of? Tell it, I'm here and I'm listening. Good. And if it feels right, if you can honor this, you might want to commit to your body that you will stop regularly and check in with it. And it might be that you use the hashtag in the group as a reminder. When you see hashtag self-care, that might be your prompt and your reminder to stop and check in with your body. What does it need more of? What does it need less of? What can you do for it? Good, and we're going to go a little bit deeper now into the emotional space. Apologies, I dropped the phone and we're back. So we're going to be opening to further communication with the body, not just today, but ongoingly, if that feels right for you. But we also want to connect into our emotional needs. Especially being in business, perhaps being a mother, the world draws us out to doing, to pushing, to making things happen. And that's not really a problem if you're filling yourself up, if you're feeling nurtured. If your energy is full, you can move forward into action with passion. But when we're depleted and we're forcing ourselves forward, it's painful, it's hard, it's draining. And the reality is our results aren't what they could be if our energy was full. So take a moment to check in with your emotions, with your emotional body, and just notice what's happening there. Ask yourself if there's anything that you're repressing emotionally right now. Is there anything going on for you that you're trying to pretend isn't happening with your emotions? When we push down emotions, when we squash them, not only do we fight ourselves, we block our inner wisdom. So we all do it, it's not a problem, but it's really great to stop and to check in with your emotions. So asking them, is there anything that they need from you? What does your emotional self need from you right now? It might be space to feel. It might be nourishing, nurturing. It might be self-love. It might be that your emotional body needs you to take an action so that it feels active love. So just ask your emotional body again, your emotions, what do they need from you? And then taking a moment to ask all of you, your mental self, your emotional self, your physical self, all layers of your being, do I know how to fill my cup? Do I know how to nourish myself? Do I know what works for me? See if you can think of 5 things that you know make you feel full. What 5 things make me feel full, energize me, connect me, enliven me? Can I think of at least 5 things? And if it's hard to think of 5 things, ask yourself this: what could I try? What things have I liked in the past? If I was really brave, if I was really free, if I really had my own back, what would I do for myself? The self-care journey is a real challenge, especially for sensitive, generous, loving women. So if this meditation, if this guided inquiry is helping you to realize that there are times where you haven't had your own back, where you haven't taken care of yourself, that is so normal and so fine. And on the journey to self-care, you don't want to beat yourself up when you make discoveries, because these discoveries are awesome opportunities to change a pattern, to deeply love yourself, to nurture yourself forward. So if you discovered that today, then yay for you. Congratulations for being willing to see it. Because there are always gaps in our self-love that we can learn to fill. And you know that when you're full, when you're nurtured, when your energy is nurtured and taken care of, when you do self-care, not from a ticking a list perspective, but from a deeply caring for the self perspective, what you can achieve is amazing. It's amazing. So thank you, Nicole, and this group for organising such an important hashtag. Self-care isn't just a thing to put on your list. It's a thing to imbibe, to connect with, to make yourself feel full, so that you can live a full, empowered, vibrant, joyful life the way we're meant to. Good. So just before we come out of the meditation, ask yourself, is there any other wisdom that you need to hear? Is there any other guidance that's available to you from within yourself that it would be timely? That it would be timely for you to hear. And then taking a moment to thank your inner wisdom, to thank all the layers of your being for taking the time to connect with you. And perhaps commit to coming back more regularly, checking in, and meeting your own needs. And when you're ready, taking a deep breath, wiggling the feet, the toes, the fingers, having a little stretch. That was lovely. So I'm going to hang around for a minute. If anyone wants to share anything, if anyone's got any comments, any questions. Otherwise, feel free to go about your day and hopefully go and enact one of your at least 5 things. And if you didn't get a list of 5 things, play around. Thank you, Dee. Blessings to you too. Alrighty. If there's no more comments, no more questions, I'll be heading off. I'm going to take my puppies and go for a walk on the beach, which I do religiously every Sunday with a friend of mine. And then we go to his house, watch an uplifting documentary. And that's the way I feel myself on a Sunday before the next work week. So my absolute pleasure. Someone who got many more than 5. Yay, that's awesome. I'm so happy to hear that. All right. And you know what? You can come back to this. So there's going to be a replay. You don't need to do it with me, but if that was helpful, come back and do it. Build a massive list. Have a list of 20 things, 30 things. Because when we're feeling kind of crappy, it can be hard to think of the good, fun, awesome things to do. And with that, I will leave you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. It was so much fun. Take care. Bye.